you find yourself in trouble, go and lie down before God. I'm telling you, this is a formula that works. Roll on the ground before God and say, my King and my Savior, if you do not show me mercy, there is no redemption in the grave. Pray the prayer of Jonah. Pray the prayer of Hezekiah. The dead cannot praise you, oh God. The poor cannot give to your work. I have made mistakes, I agree, but show me mercy. You are ready to see deliverance. It is true, I stole the money in the office. I shouldn't have, but sincerely I did. It was out of pressure. Now I've been pushed out of the job. I take responsibility. I may not be able to return to that frame again, but my God and my King and Savior, nobody will believe I am changed. But you who is my God and you see my heart, can you accept the pieces of this shattered destiny? And God says, bring it. I am not only a Savior, I am the great physician.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba, and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trevor Asi Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below. Let me know. Gang, guys, we are on the roll. Welcome to Vlogmas 2023. I am happy to have the opportunity to do this, and I just really give glory to God because I am so grateful for consistency. You guys know how I love consistency. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things Winter International students need to know. If you're going to be coming in a couple of weeks for the January semester, this is it. If you're planning to come in, let's say January 2024 or January 2025, but basically you know that you're going to be stepping into this country for winter term, this video is a must watch. Please make sure to like, share, send to all your friends that are coming in, because these are important tips. It will help you. It has helped me. I was of course a winter baby, and there are pros and cons, so let's talk about it. Okay, so point number one, don't believe the lies about depression. So you can see that I'm going in hard. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Do not believe the lies about depression. Are you going to be frustrated? Yes. There might be points where it is frustrating. The place is cold. Your bus driver literally saw you coming to the junction and he drove off. It is frustrating. You are wet. You are cold. Your hands are freezing. You don't even know how to balance your school. You're missing out on assignments and you still have to show up at your work. It is frustrating. Are you depressed? No. Don't believe. I personally, I'm not trying to say people that are depressed don't know what they are saying, but I'm saying that if before you even land in Canada, somebody is pushing and preaching a certain message of depression on you, you find yourself, even when you're just frustrated, you say it's depression. Even when you're just confused, you say it's depression. All these emotions have other names that are not technically depression. Depression is a serious thing. We shouldn't just throw it around. Like, depression is more serious than just normal frustration, anger with the system, missing home, and all of that. You will have those phases, but please, as you land, because you're landing in a point where sunlight is limited, even people around are bringing this negative vibe. In fact, everybody is just about their way. People don't even want to be out too much. It doesn't really matter. Please focus on just the happy part. Make sure you cover up, okay? All right, guys. So another bonus point I want you to be very careful of is static. I did a couple of shifts in high-rise buildings, and this time the weather is kind of dry. So be careful of static. Basically, it's electric shock. It's not like electric, but it's static shock. If you touch metal things, you touch even fabrics, you can hear static. Maybe you're pulling clothes apart, but these ones I did at high-rise buildings were proper shocks. So be careful of static. Door handles, elevator buttons, if you feel the shock, it's fine, it's okay, it's just static. Okay, so second point, I'll say have a plan before you land. The place is getting too cold for you to not have a plan. So when you're coming in, what will help you the most is having a plan on where you're going to stay. So if you're doing Airbnb, fine, how many days? If you're going to be staying with somebody, how many days? I do not believe that it's wise for you to take advantage of people's help. There are many people that have helped students. Some people kept like their friends in their house for months without rent, without utilities, and those people have turned back to backstab them or one thing or the other when they settle down. There have been horror stories about that. There have even been good stories about people that remember their helper. So in every situation, please make sure that you are not overstaying your welcome. It helps a lot because these person that is keeping you has bills to pay. Let's be realistic. No matter how much people are close, the person has bills, the person has other things. Sometimes if you stay with the person, try to take up maybe utilities or one bill or the other, or just chip in for rent. It can help, especially when you know you're having an extended stay. Okay, like I said, have a plan. Well, number 2, have a plan for your landing. Are you doing Airbnb or accommodation? Another thing I did before I was coming was look at Facebook Marketplace. You might not be able to contact these people from outside Canada, because that's one thing I found out. If I send message upon message, it doesn't go through from Nigeria. But the moment I came into Canada, I was able to send message when I had my new line. So one thing that helped me was I already had specific areas and specific listings that I was targeting. Like, okay, when I come in, I will contact these people. Have a plan. It is very important. The area you're going to be staying in, please make sure it is close to your school. It's close to a bus stop. It is close to shopping centers. Very important. You will need it in the future. You don't want a station whereby you go too far to buy stuff. You walk too far to get to the bus stop because it's already cold. Make sure that your house has multiple bus stops that you can get to. If it's not so close, make sure that you choose a place that is close, especially as a student and knowing fully well you do not have a car yet. Okay, I will share my own landing plan with you. I also have a video. In fact, I have series of videos. If this is your first video, please go back and check every single step, every single thing I did. I took you guys through it. Upon landing, for me, I knew that Airbnb was like basic. I'm not going to get a house I do not know, sight unseen. I wasn't going to pay for any house I had not seen. That was why I did not book a house from Nigeria. I stayed in an Airbnb. I booked to stay only 5 days, and that was it. Day 1, go straight, do your SIN, your social insurance number. The moment I got that, I went to the mall. I got my SIM, my phone SIM, put it in my phone. The next thing, I went to the bank. I opened a bank account. Because my address was the Airbnb, of course, that's the address I know. That's the address they use for my bank account. After these 3, you can now get your Presto card. I didn't get my Presto card till later on because I was just using Uber. I did not even have strength to learn the bus system. But these are the 4 things you need to complete on day 1. From that day 1 evening, start contacting all the landlords for the houses you're looking at. Tell them you want to start viewing. Tell them you want to come and see the properties. Please make sure that you dedicate day 2 to going around. Another thing that will restrict your day 2 movement is if you're going to be using bus. I found that using Uber was faster for me, and also the second person, Mr. Digi, that I used to check out most of those other properties. Shout out to Mr. Digi. He drove us in his car, so it was easy because we're going from one place to the other. All those places, if it's bus, you use 1 hour to get to one house. Use another hour to get. In fact, you choose the first one you see because you don't even want to go through all those stress. Okay, very important for winter people. My 3rd point here is have money for Uber. Unless you have friends and family. And I kid you not, you're coming in winter. I'm not saying that you should have money to be spending every single day on Uber. I'm just saying that when you see that there's a blizzard, it's a snowstorm, my dear, don't boss it. Because you're new. You don't want to start being frustrated. There are some certain weather conditions right now, I can brace it. But that first time I came, lie. Why? Because you want to maintain a mindset that is not going to start off negative for this place that you have decided to come in. Do you understand? Very important. Have money for Uber. At least change. There's something we call in Nigeria vex money. Have something that there is a way this winter will blow. Maybe you went to class. This weather is Obanje weather. It can be clear you went jejely. The moment your class is finished, the whole place. In fact, you people are snowed in. There's no way for you to go. What will you do? You probably need to get Uber to get to your house safely. So from point to point, you might be needing small Uber money. Please make sure. And I've always said, please bring money. Education here is expensive. Point number 4 was what, of course, I said for your day 1. Make sure you hit the ground running. Your SIN, your phone number, your bank account, your Presto. Perfect. Okay. Point number 5, your week 1. Make sure that week 1, for me, I say like by the 3rd day, I had a phone call with the landlady. That day, I paid my deposit. The next day, I came, I saw my house, I cleaned it up. By the 5th day, before even my rent was, or my Airbnb stay was due, I already paid for the place I was going to. So that is how to, like, you literally have to be on it. Don't even give space. Make sure you also pray because you don't want to be in a negative energy. That will help. See, that will frustrate your entire Canada experience because a lot of people that landed in weird ass landlord situations, they didn't have a good experience at all. So very important for you to check that. Point number 6, as you're coming in, you now buy your basic winter gear. For me, if you're coming in from Nigeria, those sweaters and jogger sets, we have thick jogger sets, those ones that have those fleece line inside. I got a lot. I got 6 sets. Please make sure to watch for my video that I'm going to be doing my comprehensive list, the actual list I used to pack to come to Canada. The reason I kept this video till this point is because I wanted to try the list. Let me see the things that I used and the things that were not useful, the things that were just load. Let me see. But one of the things that I will tell you that was very helpful for me were those jogger sets that I got from Nigeria. I got a lot, sweatshirts, bottoms. Right now, the ones I'm even seeing here, it doesn't have fleece line. It's weird. Unless you want to buy online. The ones I'm seeing in Walmart, I have to even layer with the old one from Nigeria. So very important. You get your turtleneck, that cheap turtlenecks, get different colors. You get your normal like sleeveless shirts. When you come here, you can buy thermals. You get turtleneck, you get your sweatshirt, you get your jogger sets, you get maybe like gloves or head warmers or whatever. When you come, you buy your basic sets, your winter boots, buy proper winter boots. For those of you that have big feet, of course, when I'm doing the winter collection thing, I'm going to be showing you my boots that I got and the price I got it for. So definitely look out for that. Don't worry, this December is packed. Just please make sure to watch all my videos and make sure to share it. It will really help me. Thank you guys. Point number 6, of course, which is buy your basic winter gears. I'm going to be listing all the winter gears that I feel like I've watched a lot of winter gear videos, but there are certain items inside there that they don't include. So I'm going to be including items that I think are like the lifesavers. They are the basic ones, but I'm going to be including that in another special video. So point number 6, buy your winter gears. Point number 7, learn the transport system and how to use Google Map and the rest. Again, I am seeing there's a particular darling that keeps reminding me that I said I was going to do a dedicated transport system video. Understand that the transport system in Toronto GTA area is different from that of Calgary and all of that, but there are basic tips when you get to the bus stop, what you should do, how to cross, how to avoid jaywalking and the rest of them. I'm going to be doing a different video on that. I've written it down, don't worry. So point number 7, you learn the basic transport system. If you're living with somebody or you have friends or family, they are the ones that will help you. Please do not pay anybody to learn transport system. See, the day I heard that somebody collected money from a lady to teach her how to use Google Map, I was so disgusted, because that is the height of extortion. That's the height of extortion. I don't know. That's bad. That's just bad. I get entrepreneurial vibes and all those things, but collecting money to teach someone Google Map is weird. Like it's just crazy. Anyways, there are lots of things that you might face, and please be careful when you come in. You might come across some weird people that may want to fleece you. Please be smart, okay? The 8th point here that I wrote is jobs. How to get the jobs. During winter, most jobs that you can target are work from home jobs. It will help you. Remote jobs, target those ones, even if it's in a different country, because you're a student. Even if you say a remote job in US, you can, if they agree to collect students, why not? If you see a remote job of customer service or something, you can take Rogers and the rest of them. Some of these hiring agencies, they'll start shooting out roles. Please look out for them. If you're coming this January, of course, it's not too late. Start preparing for Insta work. Make sure you get your smart serve. Make sure you get all the things that you need. I'm not saying that everybody must do Insta work. I'm just saying that this is one of the part-time agencies that help students a lot in terms of giving shifts and you being in charge of your time. If I do not want to work tomorrow, I will not work tomorrow. You know, those kind of levels. Like when I was doing Insta work, I pick shifts. If I don't want to work that day, I give that shift out. In the WhatsApp group for the Insta work, people are dropping shift every day. Who wants? So yeah, it's just that freedom to know that you can work on your own time and at your own pace. Another place you can get jobs is warehouse. So different warehouses have different wahala. Some people find one more stressful than the other. So this one now, you probably maybe need a friend that's already there to give you the insight on how things go there. You know, if you have link, if you don't, no problem, you can go and try it out, but still just know that not all warehouse jobs are very rosy, okay? Always remember what brought you to Canada. always remember, we all did not come for the same thing. Don't be distracted by the movement of another person. Don't be distracted by the movement of the next person. Focus on your goal, okay? The next one, number 9, that I wrote here is plan for summer. Of course, plan for summer. The beauty of coming in winter is that you're learning a system when everybody is inside. Because if you come in summer, everybody's outside, and if you don't get a job fast, it almost seems like the warm weather is leaving you. This is the point where everybody has job. Why is it that only you don't have job? Do you get that kind of thing? And it kind of puts you into panic. Of course, you might have to do more door to door by that time because the weather is warm. But I feel like it helped me settle in academically because I wasn't under any pressure to get a job. Which job? Everywhere is cold. I settled properly academically. So by the next semester, when I was in my second term, I was able to balance my academics and working part-time that way. Because if I had come in and my first semester was summer and I had struggles settling academically, I will not even have time for work unless I just want to fail. Do you understand? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. 10th point is, of course, please have a study plan. I'm begging you in the name of God. Many things are going to brush you aside. For those of us that are coming from Nigeria, we're not used to working and studying. So have a study plan. Working can literally take every single breath from you. Every single breath. Just know that when you start working and studying, your sleep will be so short. You will have maybe different alarms on your phone. But before you complain, I want to remind you that there are many people that are looking for those jobs. Right now, it is almost chaotic. The UK have announced that they are going to be doing visa restrictions and all of that. So I'm going to also be looking at that video because there's implication. The moment they start locking UK, those people are coming here. So there's a lot that will happen. There's a lot. It will snowball into a lot of things. So we have to also position ourselves right. And for those of you that are coming in January, you have to come in fast and understand how to properly position, because the people that are coming are not necessarily newbies. These are established people that are going to be competing for the jobs as well. They are going to be competing for everything as well. So you need to know your way around. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Bonus tips: if you do not have so much money and then you need to stay in a shared accommodation, please choose your roommates wisely. There have been too many roommate horror stories. I am also owing you people SK story in addition to other stories I've gathered for roommate horror stories. It has been crazy. If you have a friend, or if you make a friend from the school group, somebody that you can pair with, somebody you vibe with, especially in shared houses, make sure that if you can afford it, have your own room. At least, no matter what you share, have your own room. But if you need to share the room, please share it with a very nice person, because there's a lot that have been happening. Okay, that's one thing I need to advise you. Make sure that your room, because the place is so cold and everywhere is so annoying. One other tip I will give you is buy a space heater. That was I think I bought mine $24 or something like that. That's one of the best investments I made in Canada. Space heater, just a small heater for my room. Even when the place, because our heater in this house works very well. But then if I feel like I'm getting cold, or the place is cool, or maybe one weird person decided to put on the AC, I don't quarrel. I just put on my heater and the room warms up. I switch it off and I'm able to sleep very well. Please make sure to, if you know that you're probably going to stay in the basement or something, get a heater. It helps you a lot. Another tip that you need to know, where you're going to be getting your blankets. I'm going to tell you the list of things, of course, when to get the moment you land in my comprehensive list. I did a list of things I brought from Nigeria, and also things to buy immediately I land. So you will not want to miss that video. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I remain your girl, Asi Darling. Please include tips that you used, those of you that landed in January during the winter period. Include tips that helped you to settle better in the comment section. I'm sure that there are many winter babies, winter students, I'm like, when I say winter babies, it just brings that joy of youth too. So I really like it. It's not condescending in any way. We are all winter babies. So hopefully we adjust better, because I personally think I adjusted better by landing. I came from Nigeria that was 28 to landing in -14. As at the first day, I'll be -17. So it was like, boom. We entered the cold and we just adjusted. So yeah, the winter babies would be in the comment section. Please make sure to leave your comments. I remain your girl, Asi Darling. Please check out my other videos and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.